Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the MRC show that never ends. We are here in a very damp Austrian hills. It is time for Tier 4, the second to last race of the week. We've already seen a thriller on Monday, two thrillers on Monday, one already this evening, and we are back once more for, here we are, Tier 4 with the wet, this intermediate tyre time. And it is, of course, the other side of the T-side twosome I'm going to introduce. Next to me, it is, of course, it's Morgan. Good evening.
Good evening, Mark. How are we going?
Pretty good, thanks. It's good to be actually back in the box, to be fair. Didn't come on Monday, so here we are. Then it's, of course, T-side twosome back, which it's been a while.
It's been a while since we've had this way around. Back on the lead comms again for you, so...
Yeah, it's... I don't want to take it away from yourself or act out the comms earlier as well. Were fantastic, but it's quite nice to be back in the driving seat. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm just a bit of a control freak, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Connor's already popped a wet quali and race. So, who has done their homework? Who's done their practice? Who has got a wet setup and strategy lined up? That's going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons. All time trial times have disappeared now.
Yep, it's going to be a fun one.
Yes, I'm just looking at who's first on track. It is Mr. Johnny Bravo. He is the first one out. Just testing conditions. I think this is one of those qualifying sessions where we're going to see drivers doing quite a few laps. Because you can on the intermediate tyres. They kind of work quite a long time, don't they? And you know, you can go faster and faster and take advantage of that track evolution as it goes on.
Yeah, it's... when it rains, it really throws like weird strategies out. Because I mean, you could technically do a no-stop race when it rains, if you are that good with the tyres. But just have to see what people fancy doing today.
Yeah, we saw it at, I'm going to say Spain, I think, quite a while ago, and I think it was Mr. Banshee and somebody else pretty much did a no-stopper, and I think we're first and second and maybe even third, I think. If I remember rightly. I'm sure Gav will correct us at some point when he has a cool down after his rather exciting and action-packed Tier 3 race. But we're going to stick on board with Mr. Johnny Bravo. We have DJ Mr. Michelin Man. Never mind Goodyear. Michelin is on track. There's a few people I've not come across before this evening. So there's definitely going to be some nicknames made up, I think.
Always love some newbies.
Yeah, we do. We've got King Kong Connor is on track as well. Had to do that. He did say, "Please don't bully me. Please leave me alone." So we'll cut him in a minute.
You have to give him as much screen time as possible. It makes him drive really fast.
It does actually. He does do well with that. We've got Sizer as well on track. I think that's one of our new guys. I've got the stream, so I haven't got the list. So we will come up something with... Sizer's nearly spelt like pizza, so we have another pizza guy. I think. Called pepperoni.
You should just go with scissors, so...
Scissors, yeah. Scissors or pepperoni or salami. Something like that, I think.
Sounds like you're just hungry now.
I am actually. I am waiting for my tea, which I don't know how long that'll take. 1:14, Johnny Bravo, first across the line, and let's go on board with King Kong Connor. Who's round the curves a little bit through turn 8, I think that is. Turn 8, turn 9. So
it's a shame tonight that Connor's not the Con commentator.
That is very true. Very true. And he pops into third with his lap time of 15.3. That's a good lap from Johnny Smooth. And he's the first one on track as well. Let's have a look at Donny Osmond. He's through in the Mercedes. Let's hope they have a good race tonight. What if mixed fortunes we'll say in Tier 2? A difficult one, and then I think what happened in Tier 1 now, it was there was that much action going on in Tier 1, and I think that it fared too well earlier this evening.
Michelin's gone round at turn 3.
Needs a bit of a grip, so I think we're going to have to call him Hancock or Continental. No, Continental's the wrong word. With the rain, and it made a different type of pants for Continental.
I don't know, we might just have to go with the track one. We might start calling him Pirelli.
Yeah, that could work. That could work as Chelsea pops it in second, but Donny Osmond with a great lap of 13.2. Almost a second. We mentioned that it goes quicker, and Johnny Smooth has gone a 10th quicker on his second lap, second flying lap. Let's have a look who is. We're going to scroll down to the Prix of that convertible. He's going to have the roof up this evening. It's not time for convertible weather, of course, in the Styrian Mountains. I'm going to just taking things very steady, trying not to use any of the curves. Yeah, 13.4. That's times like we did say. The times are going to start tumbling down.
Man, 13.9.
This is what they are doing. Yeah, Connor's improved as well in his second lap. So it's good to do. Oh, look at that. It's stopped raining. DRS is now enabled as well. It's going to throw an extra bit of spice. This is also a bit. Well, it's going to be difficult now for the drivers because there we go. Dark Convertible. He actually got the DRS at the start of the pit straight and just beats Donny Osmond by 6 thousandths of a second in this early stage. Already 6 minutes gone from the session.
Someone letting someone through there.
Yeah, Paulo Costa now into the 112s, and this is it now. It's going to start drying up. Will it dry up enough for the soft tyres? Well, it's got 10 minutes left, and it could do, you know.
I'm hoping so. It's always good when you see who makes out the pits on time and who doesn't.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm riding on board with the Rangers man, Mr. Danny, and there looks like there is still a touch of rain falling on the camera lens there. The guy in the Aston Martin, nice little helmet design actually. It's one of my, honestly, the one I used to run previously before I went with the very Senna and Lewis-esque designs. But yeah, very nice.
A bit of McLaren Mercedes U.
I know. I just love a bit of the greats, to be fair. Gotta love the greats. And no, I'm not a Red Bull fan. Before you even go into that one.
I'm just leaving that one. I'm going to be good today.
Well, I've had to change my helmet 3 times because everyone said it was a Max Verstappen look-alike, and it was in no way, shape or form trying to look like a Max Verstappen championship helmet.
I mean, I've heard a few times you're a big Max Verstappen fan, so...
Moving to the action. Now, here's an interesting one. Now, it looks like there's action in the pit lane, which is the first time I think I've ever said that in
Stu Vine,
MRC.
put the softs on.
Exactly that. Exactly. So he's gearing up for the track to dry. Now, there is, as we're looking on board with Axl Rose, he is going down into turn 4. That track looks dry to me. That track looks rather dry. There is no rain. Oh, there you go. Typical little bit of drops, as I said that on the camera lens. But that only looks down at the bottom of turn 4, 5, and into 6. There's a couple of drops. But that track looks like it's dry, and there's very little grip that Axl Rose seems to be having. So, is it now?
I don't know, I've played this game before. I tried this at Canada when I went for the softs a bit too early. It didn't work out well for me there. Kellogg is in as well. Mr. Frosty's is in. Well, Takoville was gone a bit quicker, 12.8. He's in. So, who else is going to come out on the softs? Everyone diving into the pit lane, though. Let's have a quick look. Paulo Costa's in second. Starting to gain a bit of a dry line.
Yeah, now Stuvine does come out on the soft tyres. He is going up to turn 4. Of course, there is that infamous turn 2 that isn't really a corner, but who are we to question the designers? Well, we are the voice of many. We are the voice. Are we not? The ever popular, ever expanding. Exactly, the ever growing, ever expanding voice of MRC. So we're going to stick for now. He seems to be struggling for grip, Stuvine, on this outlap. So maybe it's just like you said, that crossover phase at the moment. Where
the team in the pits with his mediums on.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe it's thinking there's going to be a few safety cars, leaving a few softs for the race. We're going to stick it with the other Papaya car. We have one in pole position, or provisional pole as it stands.
Oh, that was a big twitch there for Stuvine.
It was. It's just, that's the thing. It's just the track hasn't dried out enough. There's not enough rubber on the circuit yet, so it will feel a little bit twitchy. You may feel, oh, have I done the right call? He goes very deep into turn 3, bounces over the sausage curb. Yeah, but we weren't calling it. Chris called it something else earlier, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. An Austrian sausage, but I can't remember. That sounds even worse.
Always comes back to the sausage.
It always does. I'm going to blame Banshee for that one.
Oh,
I'm going to
there's
blame
braking boards
Braveheart.
missing.
Ooh, already that's not a good sign. We're going to have bonus dividends in a 47-4 in the middle sector. Now, let's have a look. There's still those drops of rain, and that'll just make him second guess a little bit where the grip's going to be. Is the car going to hold? Takes the inside curve into, I think it's turn 9. I forget how many corners it is. And then turn 10 looked pretty neat and tidy through there. And already we're into the 108, 4.5 seconds quicker. So it's definitely dry tyre time. Who is out on a lap? There is E17. He is out on a lap. He is just this second left the pits. We've also got Johnny Barber. Scissors is out. And let's have a look. Mr. Michelin is out in the place. He's gone on mediums. He's dived back in the pits. Didn't like those medium tyres. Maybe just not dry enough. Let's have a look at Ocean Tim. He's gone 1.3 quicker than his previous time.
Just look pretty solid to be fair on these mediums.
It's just with it being cloudy, getting that heat into the tyres. So I was doing, where was I at? I think it was here actually. I was doing 2 kind of slow laps just to get them into a bit of a window, and then would push on them, and then I still found them. The delta was quite large, shall we say. As Ocean Dave crossed the line at 163. Wow, he's nailed that last sector. And now the time's Kellogg's. Yeah. Frosty's is now up there. So definitely dry tyre time. Now who's going to use a couple of sets? Who's going to keep them potentially in the race? We will wait and see. Of course, 6 minutes left. The track now, you'll see, as you can see at the right hand corner of the screen, is getting busy trying to jostle for space. Is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Let's have a look at Paulo Costa. He is up on his previous lap time, as long as Kevin doesn't invalidate there. Through turn 6, through 7 and 8 nicely. Up to turn 9. I don't have a track map. I really wish I did. Sorry, apologies if I got the corners wrong. Here's the curb, nice in the exit. Paulo Costa powers towards the line. The Willy Boys goes across the line, and he goes now a 160. Tell you what, that you mentioned earlier, good lap from Ocean Tame, only 3/10 behind on the medium tyre.
Johnny Smooth, 5.9.
Yeah, we go now into the 5s. Let's have a look at the reserve driver, Mr. MRCX himself. This is our new, effective immediately, league manager in the absence of Mr. MRC, Martin Hills, who's in a bit of sabbatical for a business trip for the next couple of months. We will miss him. Scott pops it into second. We will miss Martin. So if you are watching, again, just from all of us in MRC, thank you so much for everything you've done for all of us and the way you've expanded this league. And we'll miss you, but we know you're not disappearing. You will be back, and we can't wait for that. Stuvan there, 5.5. Good lap. Got a couple of laps on those soft tyres.
I was on board with the Con commentator, and he invalidated in the last corner.
Ooh, it's going to be a little bit upset with that one. You're on board with East 17.
So, as good as a lap that is from Stuvine, he's definitely going to make himself struggle at the race, because the softs maybe last about 15 laps, I think, for fresh softs.
Yeah, so I think people were doing that. They were pushing them a little bit. I found they went after about 8-9 laps, and they were starting to fall off a bit and decided to bail early.
Donny goes on top.
Yeah, he's going even quicker yet again. Let's have a look at E17 as he comes on the last corner. Doesn't use too much of the exit curb. Powers now towards the line. He goes across the line at 5.5 for him.
It's a good time.
It was. Couldn't say quickly though. I sound like Arkwright. I feel like saying Arkwright. Fair.
Try saying that 5 times fast when you're drunk.
I think I just did. fair. Well, let's move to Axel Rose and see how he gets on. You know what? I've even had one beer tonight. I don't even know what my excuse is.
This makes a change for you. Feeling alright?
Yeah, it's midweek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Midweek's whiskey, that's what I heard.
Don't tempt me, because I've got a decanter of port downstairs. And
port, you fancy man.
Whiskey gives me heartburn. Sometimes. So, we'll just go to the port. It's a bit sweeter. It's quite a nice drink, and then, to be fair, I'll go through half a bottle without realising.
Oh, okay. Just that easy.
It is. But, you know, Marcus, cheers, boys. So we've piqued McCluskey's interest with that one. we've peaked in the group in the YouTube chat now, talking of preferred beverages, shall we say?
Shows what sort of league we got going on here.
Well, to be fair, some of them have raced tonight, so and I'm definitely one for that. As soon as you have a good race or just a hectic race, it's always nice to chat up with a drink afterwards and just take the edge off a hard evening's racing.
Just a nice, like, decompression.
Exactly that. And I'm sure the T3 boys will be doing that, doing the same. As now in the 5-1s, are we going to see the times drop into the 1 minute 4s? It'll be a great lap if it does. But I'll tell you what, Ocean Tame now, he was happy with. He did a good lap on the mediums, but that's a heck of a good lap. And now in the last 2 minutes, this will be almost time for the last runs out there. Necromancer struggling with his ERS. Is he up there? Well, he is. He's only done a lap on the tires. He got 17th with that one. King Kong Konger. He is on an out lap. We'll cut back to that. I don't know if he knows or not.
Didn't that certain person send us like a 1:04.8 lap earlier?
I think he did. I think he did. I mean, there's
I'm
no
sure
pressure.
He was like the king of Austria or something like that, but.
Yeah, is that another self-titled? We've got a Tier 3 driver that's self-titled, so I think that's ended now. He's now got a different nickname to this evening. But self-titled King of Oz.
Who's changing it? That's why I want to know. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, when he returns to Discord. Has got a little bit of traffic ahead of him though. He's got one car's moved right out of the way, and he might get a little bit of a tow from the McLaren, and I think that was another Alfa Romeo up ahead. Hopefully they won't hinder him, and they're on quick laps as well. So let's have a look. He goes into turn 4, takes that nicely, very neat and tidy. Car looks very stable through there, out through 5 into 6. Again, just avoids the curve, doesn't go too wide. There you go, the McLaren moves well out of the way, good. That won't short sight him. Does he take enough curve on the exit? He does, keeps it well off it. Can kick the car a little bit sideways. We're seeing a few incidents and can invalidate as well, but here we go, into the second last, keeps well off that inside curve as well, trying to not just to make the car unstable. Doesn't invalidate the last corner. DRS, the letterbox wide open, and there he goes on the 5-0. There he is. Kong commentator pops it on pole, and he actually crossed the line before the time finish, so that's a good idea for him to get in the pits, so we know that it'll save on the tyre wear. Now let's have a look. Donny Osmond, he is up on his time by 1/10 and a half. Didn't invalidate there. You can kind of run that white line, as we've seen once or twice. Now he's got 2 corners left, not really hindered by the Red Bull ahead. I think that is the Gecko, currently in 17th, but let's have a look what Donny Osmond can do. Through the last corner. What can he come up with? A 5-4, lost in the last sector. Oh, so unlucky. So he will start in 5th place. Not seeing the checkered flag coming up on people.
Johnny Smooth up to 2nd.
Oh, yes, good lap from him. Really good lap. Let's have a look at Chelsea. 4.5 tenths up. Corners left. No ERS left though, and out of fuel. Is he going to be able to cross the line? The Spurs fan runs very well. Not invalidated there. Wow. I think this game's playing jokes on us. I think it's playing tricks. And there he goes, 5-6. Wow! 1300ths of a second. And Daco Versbull tops it. He's with the 1-4s now. We said, are we going to get there? We are in to the 1 minute 4s. Daco Versbull with a absolutely superb lap time. Have a look. Who else is on a lap? They are going to be coming in thick and fast now, folks. See, like Michelin Man, he is finished. He will start in at least 17th. Let's have a look at the Geki. We come on the second last corner. And then the last corner. That's a bit annoying, that, because we've got the times up, so we didn't get to see. And he crosses the line, stays 15th, does improve, though. Goes to 15th spot. Let's have a look at Gibbon. Comes across the line. Goes up 1 spot to 17th spot for him, and there's only one more man on a lap. We've skipped up to Johnny Smooth, and he's in the pit lane. So there we are, folks. Qualifying is all over, and we have got your pole sitter, Da Convertible, in the Papaya McLaren with a 104.925. Tottenham Hotspurs, he's in second spot with King Kong Cocker he is in 3rd spot. We have Johnny Bravo in 4th. Ocean Pacific, he is in 5th. Mandem, he is in 6th. Donny Osmond in 7th. Do we have to call him Rangers? Do we call him Celtic? I don't want to upset him too much.
We'll call him Baby Gav.
I like it. Yes, that sticks. Baby Gav. Obviously, Danny is it. Moving on. So, sorry, folks. Mr. MRCX Scotty is in 9th. Frosties Kellogg's is in 10th. Round out the top 10. They will start on the soft compound tyre. Paolo Costa, he is in 11th. I haven't got one for Paolo. I'm surprised about that. I need to come up with something. Mr. Vinyl, he is in 12th. E17, 13th. Scissors is in 14th. The Gecko is in 15th. Axel Rose in 16th. Gibbon is in 17th. Michelin Man is in 18th. Luke Shard in 19th. And the Necromancer will round out the back of the grid in 20th place. Who have we got? Let's have a look into the chat. Danny likes that Baby Gav. Oh, we've got a winner. We have a winner. Mark Spakowski, King Kong Cocker.
Baby Gav. Baby Gav.
And Avinash says, happy birthday to the Spurs man. Interesting. So let's hope he has a really good race. So he's popped it into 2nd. So really good from him. That's a good early birthday present. Let's hope he can survive the wet conditions. This is not one for E17. This is a different band entirely. So I'm going to stop that with my really poor music knowledge there. Rafael Vamos, Paulo Vamos. So nice to see a bit of extra support there from Portugal. Welcome. I'm not sure. Are they in a different time zone? I think they're about an hour ahead, aren't they? So you're talking 10 o'clock, I think it is, for them. I could be an hour behind, so it'll be 8 o'clock. Rafael, let us know your time zone, my friend. It is 9:10 in the UK. And how are you over there? Now, pouring with rain. What are we looking at? The tyre situation is full wets. Full wets. You're right, Mandy. That is interesting weather. It certainly is. It's going to be interesting who changed their setups with regards to qualifying. We saw some really good lap times there. There's a Ferrari. I thought that would be Johnny Bravo's going for doing a bit of extra mileage on his outlap.
I don't know. I think my rearing would be all the way up to 11 for this full wet race here.
I can't remember what mine was for our race. Actually, no, I think I left it. I gambled and left it.
Yeah, I did. I had 5.7.
I did 6.6. And that rain came. Oh, no, then I upped the front wing to about 9 when I came in for the inters. I was like, I just panicked. Ooh, that convertible did it with a wet setup. Ooh. Well, so
show off.
You are paid. Yeah, show off. For that, we're going to skip, and we're going to skip and follow Chelsea around the rest of the formation.
It's getting a bit spicy between this championship battle between Dakar Vertible and Connor, to be fair.
Yeah, it certainly does. But I think Chelsea had a very slow getaway or had a little bit of a moment. Easy done in full wet conditions. You don't want too much power, but and it's quite difficult to get the cars into, the tyres into that working window. And you're right, one stopper can work here. The tyre drop off with wet and the wet tyres isn't really a big thing when you have to stop and pit, is it? If you can go along.
Yeah, I think for the wets and inters, they seem to last a lot longer than obviously like the standard slick tyres. So it's just, I suppose it depends how brave people want to be on these wet compound tyres, I guess, for today.
Yeah, so looking at the predictive pit stop strategy, you're looking between anywhere between 18 and 27 for the one stop strategy. We've got Stephen Cooper. I'm going to hesitate to guess that is Chelsea. Wait and see as the last car, Necromancer, pulls up in the 20th position grid spot, and we have got a perfect view down the track as we now wait for the lights. We have got the nice, lovely timing glitch that we haven't seen for a little while. There we are, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5 lights are lit, and here we go racing in the wet weather, and that's a very slow getaway for a lot of people, struggling, scrambling for grip. Wow, this Johnny Smooth nearly bins it, but Connor got a great getaway. He's up into second, Dak Convertible unchallenged into turn 1, and Ocean Tim follows through into third, man in fourth. There's a little bit, there's a few cars gone round. That's Donny Osmond's gone round at the back. Gecky Matthew, great stuff him. Axel Rose as well, taking really good advantage of that. And E17's another one that's gone round, but we have got that convertible in the lead with King Kong Connor in the second, and Ocean Pacific. This is certainly his weather. Wet. He is following Run the Red Bull rear wing. Mandem up to fourth, and Baby Gav up into fifth as well. Let's have a quick look at the position changes. Chelsea, had a poor getaway, really struggled for grip. He is now dropped down to 12th spot. Johnny Bravo in 13th now, actually having a battle with Necromancer. And Johnny Smooth, I think Michelin's gone round. I think Gibbons had a few issues as well further back. Just trying to take it steady, guys. It's just get the feel for the track, get the feel for the tyres, get them in that working window, couple of laps, and they will be absolutely golden, and you will be on one and absolute on a flyer. And let's have a look. Stuvine having a look in the second last corner onto Frosties. Can't make it stick this time. I'm going to follow shortly. Around there, goes a little bit wide. May not have got a warning from that though. Just to search for that grip though, and I think it's going to be difficult up in turn 3, don't you think?
Oh yeah, turn 3 is going to be horrible. Trying to get traction out there on the best of days is difficult, so it's going to be an interesting one to see how Dackerville and Connor do as they go up there right now.
Yeah, we're going to quickly nip up to them, see how they go. Let's have a look. They're just trying to
tippy toe through it.
Yeah, they were not full throttle for Connor, a little bit of short shifting, but that convertible really got a good exit. I would say try and take it in a higher gear. There's your top tip for the day. Try and take that in about second, trying to upshift to third, like halfway through the corner, and then you will get a better bit of traction. 3/4 throttle, you would say, to up into fourth, and then you should have enough traction in fourth gear to pull you up the hill, and then down into turn 4. Let's have a look. What have you seen there, Morgan?
TJ Pirelli's just spun into turn 3.
He is, but he's away. He is. Axel Rose having a bit of difficulty in the Alpine. He's dropping a little bit further back. We've got E17 and Necromancer. Wow, E17 on the outside into turn 6. I think that is. Really good move on there. Caught Necromancer napping a little bit, but there we go. Look at that. We've got Donny Osman and Luke Shard in close quarters as well. The gap's opening up mostly to about a second. This is one of the closest ones we've got on track at the moment. Gibbon all over the back of Necromancer as well. McLaren takes a wider line. Donny Osman taking a bit of a slide. No DRS, of course, will be used in this race. Why is he going to make a move in a turn? Why is up the inside wheel to wheel, who's heaviest on the brakes? Can he get the car stopped? He can. Kisses the apex absolutely perfectly. That's really good battling with Donny Osman and Luke Sharp. And away they go. Paulo Costa and Baby Gav having a bit of a battle as well. And I think Kellogg's and Stuvine, they were having a battle early on. I think Kellogg's had a bit of a moment. He's now under pressure from Scott, who's side by side going down the hill into turn 4. Wow, look at Kellogg's there trying to get the car stopped. Just about does that. Now he's down to 9th. Scott up to 8th.
Scissor had a moment at turn 3. Seems to be claiming a few victims now.
Oh yeah, just that's the thing. If you just think you had grip there the time before, you're trying to push a little bit too hard and can catch you out. So we've got Baby Gav all over the back of our Portuguese Mr. Costa. Really need a name for
a Starbucks fan, to be fair.
Yes, like it. Starbucks, that's his new name. Love it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Brilliant.
As Gav would probably say, other beverages are available.
Yeah, isn't that Chris? That's Andrew. That's Andrew's line. We're not the BBC. Other beverages are available.
So this gap between Dackerville and Connor seems to be fluctuating quite a bit. So it was just down to 0.8 of a second, now back up to 1.2.
I think it's as they go through turn 3. I think Convertible gets really good drive out of turn 3, and Connor's a bit kind of nervous on it and just likes to take it easy coming out of there, and just keeps it now. Danny's Baby Gav's fallen away from Starbucks, who's all over the back of Mandem.
To be fair, I think
Mandem goes a little bit wide.
Baby Gav's in a great place to just watch the fight and not push too hard while those two are battling. It's just not worth staying on the back end of them.
No, exactly, and it's because they do go at slow speeds in the wet. It's as I think Donny Osmond's had a moment. He's battling with Gecko further down in 12th, 13th spot. We'll come back to that little battle in a bit. Kellogg trying to come back at Scott down at the lower reaches of the top 10. But this is the battle currently for 4th, and you right those gaps up front. You know, they're just kind of trading faster slaps as well. I think Connor had it last lap, and now Dak on vertical again. I think Stuvine goes very wide out the last corner. struggling to keep it on track. Now, are we going to go on board with Starbucks? He's going to have a go at Mandem. He gets a good drive out of one. Uses the curve, real good confidence. Now, wheel to wheel, oh, give enough space, guys. Come on, you're in a straight line up through 2. Up the hill, there's a bit of it. There it is. There's the bump. Now, where is Mandem? He is dropped. He's gone behind. He gives up that spot. Now, who gets the better drive? Yep, there we go. Upshifts to third gear to keep those reps low, keep the tyres from spinning too much, and away we go. Great move from Paulo Costa. Good racing between the two as well. Yeah,
absolutely. It's always a difficult task to go wheel to wheel with anybody in the wet conditions. So it's definitely kudos to everybody that's keeping it clean out there today.
Yep, so far so good. As Scissors and Gibbon have pitted already, may have had a bit of damage. The leaders will be coming up closely to coming up soon, I should say, to close the gap and lap Axel Rose, Scissors and Gibbon. Michelin's a bit further back. He's on his way down to 4. Sorry, Morgan, go on.
Both Axel and Scissor both took front wings then.
Right, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, they seem to struggle a bit early on. Looking at Baby Gav, he seems to be goes through stages where he's having a really good lap and then makes a tiny bit of mistake, and there's bits of the track where he seems to just lose a little bit of confidence, a little bit tepid.
Yeah, tell you what, though, gap's down to 0.2 of a second at the front.
Oh, we're going to have to cut to that one. I think that convertible had a little bit of a moment. We are unsure, but there we are. We have got King Kong Cocker on the rear wing. I shouldn't say that he's going through turn 3. That's a bad time for him to, if he's watching, to have a little bit of a chuckle. And yeah, we don't want any accidents, especially with that, because, well, yeah, we'll be in trouble. And we don't want that. We are firm support. Why did you do that camera?
We promised not to bully him for those Palmos, remember?
Oh, yes, we have been promised Palmos. I forgot. For anybody who's watching this, especially our American friends, our Portuguese friends, South African friends, and friends from all over the globe, a Palmo is a Teesside delicacy where myself and Mr. Morgan and, of course, Red Car Rambo are from. And it is a takeaway delicacy that will mainly be found in the northeast of England and in Teesside in particular, and seems to be part of our staple diet, really, I would have to say.
Yeah, it's not a good part of the staple diet, though.
It's not at all. Not in any way, shape or form. First penalty of the race goes to Baby Gav, 3 seconds. He is the first one to get it. As Paulo Costa now sets the fastest lap of the race. He is now really closing down the back, of Mr. Pacific.
Fastest coffee in the West.
But it depends if you can spell your name right. That sets another purple first sector as well to go with it. So he is absolutely on a charge with this Williams. And it's great to see. I mean, that's a really good camera angle. Necromancer gets a penalty. That's a great camera angle we're seeing. And he's side by side. We're going to have to come on board and see is there enough room on the inside. There's a little bit of contact, but nothing too difficult there. No one spun, no harm done, and the Atlantic has had to drop down a place to the fastest coffee in the West. So, I love that. Paulo Costa now up into third. He's got 4.2 seconds up to King Cocker in second, who's now dropped that gap back down to 1.2 seconds.
As E17 gets a place on Gecko.
Yeah, just looking down at that, I didn't know the gap was quite large, and then Gecko must have run really wide, because he's dropped 1.2, and now Scott's in. Now look at this, Paulo Costa, Ocean Tim pitting already now. Has it stopped raining? It's very light, the rain, so is this going to be... Excuse me, sorry folks, I know I'm skipping through this a little bit. We don't normally watch people in the pits, but we're going to have to look at the tyres. Well, Michelin's put the intermediates on, Ocean Tame, Pacific's put it on, and Paulo Costa all go with the intermediate tyres. Now, this is going to be interesting. We'll watch their lap times closely. We'll watch those gaps. See, is it at that crossover phase? Are the wets going to chew up a bit too much? Or are they just gambling? Well, it is easy.
If you look at TJ Goodyear's lap times, he's gained about a second on Necromancer in the past lap.
We haven't seen that. We will watch that gap. We're going to watch... Let's have a Paulo Costa there. He is behind Johnny Bravo, and we'll see on that. See if the leaders will take any hint on that one. We're going to ride on board with our current leader just to look at the camera angle to see the rain, and we'll see what confidence. He's going to pit as well. Our leader is going to pit. Is King Cocker going to follow him suit? He is. He's going in as well. So that's it. It is now time. There was a dry line forming. There was a bit more rubber getting put down. So this is it. Is Mundem following suit? He is as well. Stuvine, he follows in. Is Baby Gav going to follow? He is as well. What about Tottenham Hotspur? Is he going to follow suit? He is as well. So that's it. There we are, folks. It is the crossover time. Now, how much is Paulo Costa? Paulo Costa's going to gain massively. Already coming through the last corner. He caught up probably about, what, 3 seconds there to Johnny Smooth in that lap?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mental how much grip he's managed to find on those inters.
Yeah, really is perfect.
He's pretty much already on the leaders here.
He is, yeah, he's really caught up to the top 2. They're going to just be feeling their way around this opening lap just to see where the grip is, see how much they can push. Connor taking a little bit steadier than Doc Convertible. The gap's opened up a touch. Now 2 seconds with Paulo Costa to Starbucks, I should say. Sorry. Let's have a look. Has everybody now gone to? Everyone's now stopped. Everyone is now on the intermediate tyres. Gibbon, the last one to stop. So here we are, folks. It is drying track. We've got a drying track. This is going to make even more exciting. Are we going to see? What, sorry?
Well, I wonder if we'll see softs in this race at this rate.
Took the words out of my mouth, my friend. Exactly that. Is it going to dry up enough towards the end? Are we going to see soft or medium tyres towards the end? Exactly that. That's just a wow. Fun of some really exciting.
I love seeing like the strategy calls like in the race when you actually get the changing conditions.
Oh yeah, big time. I like it when it goes from wet to dry. Dry to wet, not a fan.
Is that just after Monday?
A little bit.
Okay.
Let's have a look at one of the closer battles. We have Donny Osmond. He is following Tottenham Hotspur, who I think is Stephen Cooper. I think.
Have we found this out now?
Well, no, I haven't. But it's a wet setup for me in the comms earlier, so I'm kind of just putting a guess on this. I'll tell you what, it was also flying. Johnny Smooth is a lot further back. Now he's really caught up these two as well. We're just kind of waiting for the rain to stop. DRS may get enabled later in this race, and then that'll throw a real cat amongst the pigeons. Then who will blink first and go for the soft tyres? Oh, there's a big crash! That's Chelsea. Chelsea's lost it out of turn 3. I hope he hasn't lost everything. Has he got damage? He has. But he's got himself going again. Oh, it's so unlucky, having a superb race as well. In the points, he has got damage. But it's not visible, actually. It's actually not visible. There's wings still on. So he may have just tapped it and maybe got a slight bit of damage. Oh, he didn't have slide there into turn 4. Connor now sets the fast lap of the race, followed swiftly by Paulo Costa. So that's going to be a battle that's going to be brewing in the next couple of laps. That gap down to under a second between the top 2. Connor absolutely on a charge. We will come back to that in a little bit. Johnny Smooth has dropped off the back of Donny Osmond as it stands. Let's have a look at the live chat before everything gets going. It's a little bit quiet on the chat. If you're watching, come on, get involved. Donny Osmond now gets a 3-second penalty to add to his woes, but that makes it a fair fight with Johnny Bravo and Baby Gav ahead. But now that gap again, both gaps coming down at the front. We've got a lapped car in the middle of it as well, the Alpine. Come on, folks, get involved in the chat. Come on, it's a big race, this one.
Come on, do we have to mention the alcohol again? Because that perked everybody up.
Yeah, I think it did, didn't it, actually? It did.
It was good today. I haven't drank any alcohol before commentating because it never ends well for me. Oh, Connor's got his penalty.
Oh, Connor's got a 3-second penalty. He's going to be absolutely King Kong kicking himself after that one. I can't even say that with a straight face. But that's just going to make him push even more. Keep it within the white lines, Cocker. Special K. Oh, God, how many cereals do we have in this place? We've got
so many cereals.
So many cereals. We've got Frosty's on track. We've got Special K. He's going for the healthy Special K. He's got the healthy option. As we talked about alcohol and Parmos, we've got Special K in the chat.
In the wrong
well,
one.
good to have you. Good to have you, Special K. Thanks for joining, and good to have you on. Marcus McCluskey's having a whale of a time, and these were the start of the race. They were having a bit of a whale of time, weren't they?
Yeah, everyone was going a bit mental at the start of the race, but it seems to have calmed down a bit now.
has. We're just looking at the gaps. They've all stabilised, but Paolo's really close to that gap up a front. We know we're just on board. We got there, sorry, we got a little bit distracted trying to find some of the battles on track. They all seem to be opening up a little bit. Necromancer has dropped down. E17 has now pitted as well. He's got a fresh set of intermediate tyres on. Spurs has also done the same. Probably had a wing change to go with it as well. Difficult night for the Alfa Romeo boys. Started off really well. Mark Luxowski, he's on the whiskey as well. So at least you got a friend there.
This game is so tempted to go up on my bottle, but I just know it never ends well for me when I'm on the comms.
We're only a third of the way through the race and I've got a fifth of my beer left. It's not good. Well, hopefully we'll be
close at the front.
It is. It's the closest battles we've got so far, and it's been this way since the first lap, first corner. God bless. Thanks. Right, so it has. It's been this way since Paulo Costa really on a charge. Let's have a quick look at the telemetry of these guys. So Paulo Costa, 60% of his ERS, 32 for Connor. He is pushing hard. That convertible has got 100% of his ERS left.
I really hope that's some kind of glitch, because
it's not. He's now using we used overtake in the middle of the second last corner.
If not, then he's hiding some unreal pace under that McLaren.
He's now using it down the pit straight, so it is not a glitch. That is unbelievable. Randy's asking which whiskey. I don't know if he's asking Marcus or you.
I'm probably going to go with Marcus. I haven't opened any of my bottles today. I'm being good.
So we're looking on board. We're going to stick with these trio up at the top. We've got Necromancer and Chelsea and E17 having a scrap further down, 15, 16, 17. They're the closest gaps. As it stands, we're going to get rid of the tyres at the moment because we all know everybody is on intermediate tyres.
0.3 of a second now. Ooh.
One of the closest he has been. Max is on Tin Cup. I have heard of Tin Cup whiskey. I've heard of that one. Is that similar to Bourbon, I'd imagine? We've got a back marker in the way that may have put Connor off a little bit. He went to take a void in action and get round. It didn't move out of the way. That was one of the Alphas. In theory, should have known a little bit better. It could be Chelsea. I think it is Chelsea. As he's having a battle with Necromancer just further back. But there we are. Look at this. 6th. Connor's dropped. Paulo Costa dropped a touch off Connor. Maybe got short-sighted through the last two corners with that back marker there. I think it was actually a Haas. It might be Caesar in the way.
Axel round at turn 1.
Oh no, unfortunate accident for Axel. He is in the grass. Has he got damage? We'll just have a quick look and see. Doesn't look like he does manage to keep it out of the wall. And away he goes. I think he might be. He is. He's got. Yes, let's have a look. Sorry, Paulo Costa. Oh, it's his contact into turn 4. This side-by-side wheel banging. Is Connor going to manage to stay ahead? He does. I think Paulo Costa knew there was a bit of wheel banging and backed off. Give the space back to Connor with that one. I don't know if Connor must have had a moment there, or Paulo Costa got a serious drive off 3 because he was. Well, I left it back because he was over a second back, and suddenly next thing he's alongside.
Honestly, I've got no idea what's going on in this race at the minute. Someone different seems to be quicker every single lap. So
yeah, the gaps are fluctuating all the way. Connor gets another sick penalty. Oh, Connor, keep going though. There's still 20 laps to go. Anything can happen.
It's just got very sunny though.
Oh, it's that convertible's gone wide. Let's go right on board. It is. There's still rain falling though. So could we see an end to the rain in the next couple of laps? Because it does seem to have brightened up. You're right there. There's a bit of blue sky up there going into turn 3. that convertible's gone very, very wide again. He's going to try and take advantage of that. He's got the drive. DRS is now enabled. DRS is wide open. No, it's not yet. He's going to get it next lap. Has Paulo Costa managed to open it? Not yet, but look at this corner side by side into turn 4. He's going for the lead. Side by side gives enough wheel room to that convertible. Side by side going through 5. I don't know where to look next, and Connor does make it stick. Connor takes the lead.
He did well to hang it up the inside of turn 4 there.
He really did. It was a little bit deep though. Is Dakovertable going to have a run back? Wow.
Kellogg's gone soft.
Kellogg's gone early. Is Connor coming in the pits now as well? Are they coming in? Here's Connor's coming in. Dakovertable stayed out. Paulo Costa's followed him in. This is interesting. Special K's leaving. Well, that's a shame, but thanks for coming. Hope you can join us again on Friday for MRCX. Marcus Kuski, no DNF in the wet. What a race, boys. Let's go. Exactly. Still got a bit of time. Let's go quickly to the tyres. What's going to happen? And Connor's gone with mediums. He can take those to the end. A couple of people said that. Everyone's gone medium tyres. Yeah, Connor gone for the softs. Gecko's gone for the softs. Everyone else medium tyres. This is going to be very interesting. Are they going to have enough grip? Has it stopped raining enough? Well, it has. It's stopped raining. And DRS is open, so it is about that time.
To be fair, I always think that when you see that DRS is enabled, I always think the track's dry enough for slicks.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's got a little bit twitchy, but don't forget he's now got Paulo Costa within the DRS. Paulo Costa, sorry, wrong bit there. Let's go. Go. Paulo Costa side by side down the hill into turn 4. Ooh, kind of moved a little bit. Is he outbroken himself? He hasn't. Connor's hanging out on the outside. What a good move from Connor. Great defensive there to hold that position on the way back. Now, what are the top two going to do? Dak Convertible is now coming to the pits. Has he left it a lap too late? He's only got 15 seconds from... Oh, as he goes a little bit wide. He's seeming to get a little bit twitchy. Is man going to follow him into the pits? He does, the Mercedes man. Follows him into the pits, but now we're going to ride on board with King Kong Cocker as he comes to the second last corner. Is he going to come out ahead? You would have to say he's going to come out in the lead. He pitted at the perfect time. Same with Paulo Costa. It's in his DRS yet again. That Convertible is on the move, but he's just leaving the pit lane. Cocker and Costa. Cocker and Star. Ah, this is getting me confused.
Costa.
Yeah. Cocker and Starbucks. There we go. They take the lead, and Dak Convertible's lost quite a bit of time, and has Ocean Tame has also pitted and got ahead of Dak Convertible as well. He pitted the lap before, and he's got ahead. So Dak Convertible and Mandem lost out massively through that. Dak Convertible's gone from the lead down to 4th as it stands. He's got a mountain to climb.
Well, we've got 18 laps left. Plenty of time for safety cars and the like, so...
Yeah, and now, of course, the lap times are going to start plummeting. The guys on the soft compound tyres setting the fastest laps of the race. They're going to be absolutely rapid for probably the next 10 laps or so. But they'll be able to use softs once more. And will the mediums be able to hold out until the end? Now, it's going to see, did anyone turn the wings down? Has anyone be able to change their diff settings to a more dry setup? That is going to be the interesting one as Connor does a 1:08. Wow, that's a good lap time. As then Ocean Tamer 1:5. He's on the charge.
It's going to be a long battle between these two, I think, for the rest of this race.
Yeah, I was going to say who's got the lower wings, who's got the more dry setup. But look at this. Paulo Costa's going to have a look up into turn 3. Oh, very close. There might have been a little bang in there, but he was behind as well going into the corner. This is fair from Paulo Costa. He's sticking his nose in. Connor's seen him coming. Whoa, late move there from Paulo Costa. There's a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Is Connor going to hang around the outside once again and gives enough room? That's how you do it. We saw a big incident there in the last lap of tier 3 where it wasn't really the fair, but that was plenty of room given on the inside and the outside. Paulo Costa now gets a 3-second penalty. So that's going to throw the cat amongst the pigs. There's only 3-second difference between the two of them. Ocean Thames closed the gap to less than 2 seconds. He's dragging that Convertible along with him. This could soon be a 4-way fight for the lead, nonetheless.
I bet Connor's sitting there wishing it wasn't, though.
He's going to be pushing hard. Ocean Tame on an absolute flyer. He's 17 now. Ocean Tame, that Convertible now. 107s are into now. This is getting close to some of the qualifying pace we saw early on.
I wonder if he's actually used some of that ERS now.
Let's have a quick look and see. We're going to have to go telemetry. Yeah, he's used a little bit. But if he's got the DRS, wow, is he making a move into turn 3? Does he? No, he doesn't. There was a lap car just getting out of the way. So he gets the drive, though. On board, here he goes. He's got the DRS already right alongside and makes that move very, very early. Very, very easy against Ocean Tame. Now then, 2 seconds of gap. And there they are. Look at this. Same corner, same outcome. Same move attempted. And it isn't the Connor, though, using every bit of his ERS, trying to keep ahead He's only got 16% as it stands, 52% for Starbucks. And then we also have 80%. He's using a bit of it now, though. He's thinking about it and using it. He's closing the gap to 1.3 seconds as now the penalties come thick and fast as the driver's trying to find grip, trying to push even harder. And look at that, only 1 second. This surely be the new fastest lap of the race. It is. So 1.6. That's a second quicker he did the lap before.
Yeah, the track's well and truly dry now.
Wow, that convertible. Now he's got 3 seconds. So 6 to Connor, 3 to Paulo Costa. That convertible is now. Look at this. He's going into turn 3. Now Paulo Starbucks has got ahead into that one. Now is Connor going to have the DRS? He did cross the line just behind. So is he going to have a role reversal? Is he going to manage to cut back? Paulo Costa's got a really good exit though. But now, will Connor stay behind, conserve some of his ERS, and then be able to mount an attack in a lap or so's time? He needs to keep that pace up though. Keep with Paulo Costa. Takes that wider line into 6, which actually seems to work really well for him. Got a good exit. And the Brave touching that inside curve into 7. Out through 8 as well. That convertible now broken into the 1 second window further back. Let's take a look. There it is, the papaya machine. And now we've got the sun shining. That convertible will have the roof down and he will be raring to go. We've seen the pace he's got already. And here we go. Oh, look at this. We're dragging Mr. Pacific Ocean. He is dragging him along as well in 4th. As we've got a lapped car slightly. There's E17's going around outside of turn 1. But look at that. Paulo Costa got the DRS off the back marker. That's going to hamper Connor as he goes down into turn 3. Is he going to try and make a move on the brakes? He doesn't. He just thinks better of it. He's going to have... Oh, look at this. Look at back. We've got that convertible and Mr. Pacific all in close proximity now. Now we've got that big battle as Ocean Tame got a bit of a poor exit from 3. He's dropped further back. But this is this 3 to 4 way battle that we were talking about. Connor probably wishes wasn't happening.
Yeah, I can imagine. He was absolutely flying to the beginning of this stint, but the battle with Paulo Costa's just allowed that convertible and Ocean Tame to just catch up to him.
It is. It really is. And Marcus saying beautiful driving from convertible. He's been absolutely wringing the neck out of that McLaren to catch up, and he's just pulled 2 seconds within a space of a couple of laps. Connor, another penalty. That's 9 seconds now to Connor. You would have to say may throw him outside of this little fight at the start. But look at this, that convertible into turn 1. As you think about it, he doesn't. He decides to back out of that one. And he'll have a go maybe into turn 3. But look at this, he's got the poor exit. That's allowed Ocean Tame. Pacific Ocean's coming alongside him. Is he going to have a move? No DRS train in operation. No move there from the Pacific. 13 seconds now, the gap to Mandan further back. But we've got another little overtake. That was Donny Osman against Stuvine going into turn 1. Donny Osman, his light was flashing. He has used a lot trying to catch up. But he seems to get a good exit there, though, from Mr. Vine.
Everyone seems to be absolutely fine now in these dry conditions, to be fair. I wonder if people have got some wet setups on, though, for the amount of grip they seem to be getting out of these corners.
Well, that is a good shout. Yeah, they must still have the higher wings on there, and just, you know, I'd like to know what. Actually, I'll tell you what we will do. We'll keep on board with this battle at the front. We're going to put the telemetry on and see, because I think this speed trap was about what 198, 199, give or take, in like quali mode, and then we will see as well. That's Paulo Costa goes very wide, goes bouncing over the curves at the exit of turn 1. That's allowed. Cocker. Wow, there's a push, and there's contact, big contact. Connor's gone round. He's gone backwards. That was convertible, was on the grass, and he's hit Paulo Costa, which then inadvertently hit Connor. He's gone round. There's no damage, so he's going to cook those tyres. He's going to have to probably pit at the end of this, and he's going to be dropping down the order. Paulo Costa's on his way. That convertible on his way as well with Ocean Tame. Well, that didn't go well.
Yeah, I can imagine that Connor's absolutely fuming that Red Bull after that, to be fair.
He is now just 10 seconds to those guys up front, and he's going to be struggling for grip. He's got to keep his cool though, get those tyres cooled down to working temperatures again. We know he's got the pace. He will be back there, and you would have to say 3 abreast didn't go there. Convert was alongside the Portuguese Costa, and unfortunately then had to as now Dak Convertible's pitted. He may have cooked the tyres. He may feel he's got damage from hitting one of the other cars, which would be Paulo Costa. Is there a wing ready? But now it's time. You could go soft tyres. There's not a front wing. He's just gone for soft tyres now. That's interesting. As Connor decided to stay out.
To be fair, like, he's lost all his track position time when he had to man, so I'm not surprised he's trying to stick with, obviously, track position over tyres.
Yeah, and with a penalty, 9 seconds worth of penalties, only man has no penalties in that top fight. Scott, of course, in 10th, he has no penalties as well. A lot of the drivers now 6 seconds who are up there in the top 10, but they will... well, the only person that would lose out would be Johnny Bravo. Sorry, he wouldn't. Scott's 10.7 back, 10.9 back. So actually, neither of them would lose any places as it stands. That convertible, 3 seconds would not lose out. The only person to gain as it stands would be Mann, and he would get past Connor. Because Aston Martin not being very helpful there to Connor. But we're going to keep an eye on those gaps. As Connor's going to be back on the charge now. Red Mist will descend, but needs to keep the cool. And let's go as Special K goes. Let's finish this race. Let's go. Let's do it. And we'll see the pace of that convertible. Surely he will close down onto Mann and make that move. But 3 seconds. He just needs to stick within 6, which he is. He's in 4.5 seconds currently of Connor with 6 seconds left. So, but Connor can take him to the end. Should be able to do very easily. You may have used a bit more life out of them when he was pushing so hard early on, and obviously with that spin as well, you'd lighten up the rears.
Yeah, it's definitely a tougher race for the end to get to the end now from obviously Connor's position on those mediums. It's going to be obviously a nice plain sailing for Dakovic on those new softs though. I'm surprised he hasn't closed down the gap to Mann a bit more.
Yeah, he's actually dropped a bit of time, funnily enough. I don't know if he's got some unseen damage that we can't see. That's, it does happen. I wonder if he's got a little bit of that because, he's dropped. He was 2.3, 2.4 seconds, now 3.6 further back. He's now 5.5 seconds off the back of Connor, who's gained about nearly a second. Paulo Costa now pits. So he's going to be going surely for the soft tyres. 9 laps to go. He will surely be going for the soft. Yeah, Connor could still get a podium out of this. It is potential. It is up there. We'll see what Paulo Costa's pace is going to be. As Axel gets a lap down, he gets another 3-second penalty. But let's look at the gap up the top. Go back to the penalties. There's 6 seconds worth difference in penalties. So that gap technically 17.3 seconds. Let's see what Connor can do. Closing that down. Dakovic will close that gap again to 2.8. So... there seems to be a very unhelpful Haas not getting out of the way and racing with Mann. That's not going to help any way, shape or form. Lap cars are reminded to please move out of the way in the best possible time because that, they are ghosted as we see there, but that is not helpful at all for Mann. He will have lost a chunk of time, and he has to Dakovic. He's lost a good half a second through that.
Yeah, it's never good when back markers aren't moving. Possibly might be getting investigated by the stewards, obviously if it's caused him to lose some time.
Yeah, I'd have to say I would agree with you on that one. We still do look for racing etiquette, driving etiquette to see how they're getting on, and unfortunately that has getting in the way a little bit of Mann. He's as Connor now does decide to pit, he's going to drop way down that order. But he has got... there's Paulo Costa coming through turn 1. This is going to be very, very close. Paulo Costa just gets through. But now, Connor, soft compound tyres, surely? It is. Soft compound tyres decide to bail on those mediums, which... Well, we'll see the pace difference. That convertibles close that gap to Mann up ahead.
It's going to be good to see how many places Paulo Costa and Connor can make back towards the front.
Yeah, not a million miles away from Baby Gav and Stuyven. They're having their own little battle there in 5th and 6th, which we're now looking at. I tell you what, Paulo Costa just taking about half a second already within the space of 2 corners out of Baby Gav there. So those softs starting to warm up. There's going to be a DRS train forming soon, so it's going to be interesting. Will the top, well, I can say the top 2 and then 3, 4 and 5 follow suit and pit. There is somebody goes Stuyven's decided to bail on that one because he has now, Baby Gav's now got Baby Costa and there's Danny did get DRS. It opened up very late though and hard. His ERS light flashing. Paulo Costa makes the move into turn 1. He will not get it out of that, but look at this. We're going to have a role reversal. Are we going to see it again? Are we going to see 3 abreast going down? Connor decides to hang back on this one. He's learned his lesson from last time, but we've got Baby Gav going on the outside into 3. Oh, Paulo Costa squeezes him on the curve. Does he keep the position? He does. Who's going to have DRS? We're going to have to look back from... No, let's have a look. Oh, there's contact again, wheel to wheel. Connor and Baby Gav have a little bit of contact. Will, luckily, no issues there. And Connor lets Baby Gav get away with that one and takes it. Now Dak Convertible up into second spot. Really closed down on Man. I think Man had a little bit of a moment. Now Dak Convertible's got another 3-second penalty. He's up to 6 seconds. Well, if these guys from behind can catch up, game on.
Connor's got Baby Gav now. But he's got another 3 seconds.
Oh, it's 12 now for Connor. This is really going to hurt me. We'll lose our place again to Baby Gav. We've got, let's have a look, Donny Osman in the reaches. How much penalties has this man got? He's got 9 seconds as well. He will lose out to Paulo Costa at the end of the race. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. And that's a fry. There might be Giban, potentially. Oh, there might be a lap car getting out the way, I think. Yeah, I think it was for the leaders. So that's some good driving etiquette. That's what we like to see. So that on the track map.
Tell you what, it's pretty mental there for Tier 4, all 20 cars still on the track, not a single safety car.
Why? You've jinxed it.
I love a bit of safety car chat.
Oh, there is. Yeah, but there is a Ferrari. I think that might have been Gibbon. It is. No, he's at the moment. No front wing on that Ferrari. Keeping out of the way. Please pick. Come on, Gib. Get back on track. Don't forget about your rankings. Keep on going, my friend. Keep on going. Don't. Baby. Randy's favourite nickname that was now Baby Gav. As now Connor, well, I'll tell you what, he's definitely got pace. He's got some penalties, Connor, but he's definitely got pace in that Red Bull this evening.
I mean, he's taking all the optimal lines. Just sometimes, if you try and get a bit greedy with like the sausage curve hopping on turns 1 and the last corner, then it does give you the warnings. It doesn't take much to be the intolerance or auto tolerance is the worst thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but look at this. We've got 4 in the battle now. We've got the 2 Mercedes going left, right. Man makes one move right and then moves back to the braking line. That's all fair. That's not weaving down the straight. That's how you defend. Very nice and cleanly. Teammates, of course, with Donny Osmond further back now. Paulo Costa right behind this sort. Really needs to get past Donny Osmond and Mandem because he has got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Man has nothing. Ocean Tame now RT's now got 6 seconds, but he's got a comfortable lead. You have to say Ocean Tame has got tyres there. We are 14 laps. You'd have to say worth keeping on. Ocean Tame could be in with a fantastic victory here this evening. Where did he start on the grid? I do apologise, folks. We're going back 4 places. He started in 5th, so good for him. Paulo Costa now does get back Donny Osmond into turn 1, but it runs a little bit wide. Donny Osmond side by side, a little bit of wheel banging. No, it's all fair in love and war. All got DRS though, trying to get the slipstream. What's Connor going to do? Is he going to try to make a move? He's not, but look at this. Now we've also got Donny Osmond having a look at his teammate. Doesn't he? Keeps that as well. Go back to the penalty situation because this is all going to play a big part at the end. Scott now up to 8th after everyone having a penalty. He's got Stuvine up his gearbox, or I was going to like to say up his chuff, and so that is going to play a part later on, but there is penalties for Stuvine. So Scott just keeps where he is. He'll keep that 8th spot. But to be fair, if he keeps going, he may even get the place from Connor, which RFC Danny just outside of that window at the moment, 9/10 of a second without of that window to get that place from Connor.
Luckily Connor's still getting a DRS, so obviously help drag him away from the back of the pack.
Yeah, it certainly is, but that's the thing with the DRS train. I think Mandem's got a really good amount, and it looks like there's a few ERS lights flashing down that first straight. That's Connor and Donny Osmond. I've got their ERS lights flashing away. So quite a lot used by them, even in the DRS train. But look at this, Paulo Costa's trying to make a move on the Mercedes. He's going to get boxed in. Is he going to try and go the outside, the long way round into turn 3? There's almost 3 abreast. Is he going to go the long way round? Who's going to get the exit? Wow, look at that exit. The grip on those soft tyres. Paulo Costa gets through. That's what he needed. He really needed to push that one hard. And now we've got Connor having a look as well at the Mercedes. We've got the Mercedes getting past all in one corner. Paulo Costa didn't make the move, but Connor did on Donny Osmond. Those mediums starting to fall away a little bit now. And I tell you what, man's only 3 seconds behind that convertible. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Can Paulo Costa even snatch the last podium position? 2 racing laps left. After this one, it's to be fair, the podium's still to play for.
Have you remembered to breathe in this race yet?
Just about, but I haven't got any beer left. And that convertible's pitted again.
Well, there goes Paulo Costa on man.
It is. Sorry, we just have to see what's happening now. Scott's got a 3-second penalty. He was doing so well. Only 2 drivers, Mandem and Luke Shard, yet to have a penalty. But look, this Paulo Costa's going up the inside into turn 3 on man. Is he going to leave enough room? Or just about. I think Mandem made the most of it just to try and keep out of the way. But Paulo Costa was late on the brakes and got the DRS. But he now man's under pressure from Connor, who got DRS. Who's going to be side by side into turn 4? Who's latest on the brakes? Connor goes through into third. Don't forget those penalties, though, folks. That's going to be playing big at the end. Paulo Costa currently in second position. Ocean Tame out front, way ahead. Man goes a little bit wide into turn 7 there as Kellogg's gets another 3-second penalty. Down in 13th. There's a good little battle with E17. Gecko, Kellogg's and Mitchell Man further down, 12, 11th down to 14th. Little close battle there going on. Luke Shard on the back of Scissors as well. But look, this Connor up the back and the side by side into turn 1 is going to try and make a move. He's not, but he'll get the better line. He's going to have the better exit. And it already gets past. Wow, that was really well done from Connor. Forced Paulo Costa to take the inside line and the tighter line. Really got the switch back there.
Chuffing hell, that was a good move.
Love it. I love it. And the King Kong Cocker is now up into second. He's going to be kicking himself with those 12 seconds worth of penalties, though.
Yeah, the Kong King of Austria is definitely done a bit too much curb hopping here.
He has a little bit, but I think I'm just going to keep an eye on that gap. Not to Ocean Tame. We've got to say he just needs to bring the AlphaTauri home now as he starts his final lap. But we're going to keep the gap down to Donny Osmond. If that gap is currently, how's my maths? 2 seconds currently, roughly. If he can keep pushing and not get another penalty, Connor could still get away with 4th in this race. Mandem just need to keep close to Paulo Costa within that 3-second window as well. And now we start the last lap, so it's still all to play for.
Yeah, we're going to be disappointed if Ocean Tame doesn't finish this race in reverse now.
I think that is technically classed as a... I don't know what it would be classed.
Oh, Donny's gone for a move on man.
Ooh, let's have a look. The side by side again, the Mercedes, but nothing done there. Donny Osmond, 9 seconds worth of penalties, so he is out as now Paulo Costa's got through into turn 4. Finally, we've got that helicopter cam back. That's a great... Look at this, Connor's fighting back through 5. Both of them ERS lights flashing. Shows how hard they're both pushing hard. Look, they're trying to switch back through 6. Sorry, we missed it because of the action. Ocean Tame does take the victory. Great race from him. Called the strategy well, kept it clean. And now this is the battle for second on track. Paulo Costa is now, he's not quite got the pace to man. It's 2.5 seconds, but Paulo Costa's going to cross the line in second. As Connor going to cross the line in third. Man is going to probably, is he going to just inherit second? He does. Paulo Costa takes third after the penalties. Connor in fourth. Donny Osmond in fifth. Baby Gav in sixth. That convertible late pit stopped. He takes seventh and he was in with a good shout of a podium and the win. Stuyven, his teammate, crossed the line in eighth and Scott takes it. He gets eighth. Stuyven ninth. Johnny Barbo rounds out the points in 10th. E17 was 11th, and we will go through the remaining order. But wow, what a race! Yeah,
it was a fantastic race. Everybody managed to survive the wet conditions. Paul Acosta with the games driver of the day.
That's fair. There was some serious battling going on there.
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic race. Obviously, people in there with the strategy calls for the inters and the wets. I think Dackerville got caught out a bit with the inters to wet switchover, but
yeah, he stayed out that lap longer as well to dry, didn't he? Yeah. Sorry, just he underfueled so much. That was why from Dak convertible. So he went for fastest lap and got it in the end. So he will take that extra point in 7th. So that was a bit of a strategy. Yeah, he forced up in the end. I think he stayed out that lap a little bit longer, didn't he, on the inters to dries? But wow, what an incredible race. The 4-way battles, 4 cars all at once was just absolutely incredible. Hats off to TF4. Not a single safety car, not a virtual safety car, not even a retirement either.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest shock, to be fair. It's that, not like to discredit anyone's driving, but no DNFs in a wet race is pretty good going for the whole of Tier 4.
It is absolutely incredible. You know, they've done something that the top 3 tiers couldn't do this week. So they can hold their heads high with that one, and some fantastic side-by-side racing. A little bit of wheel banging, but not too much, you'd have to say. I think the stewards may be a little bit quiet on that one, unless we've missed something further down the order, but we will see. But that is us for this evening. Congratulations to Paulo Costa, and of course our race winner, Ocean Pacific. He takes the victory with a fantastic strategy call. Great racing from all, and thank you, of course, Morgan, the T-side too. We're back
again. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do this more often.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying the name change in the Discord.
If anyone's not in Discord and still watching, King Kong is now the Kong Kong King of Austria. Self-titled. You know, so. But that is us for this evening, folks. We'll be back Friday, 7:30, back in Austria one last time for MRCX. You'll see some special liveries, so don't forget to vote for your livery of the day. And of course, this evening you will see the link further up in the description to vote for your driver of the day. Please do click on the link. Please do vote. That will be fantastic. And we will see you on Friday evening. I think it is King Kong Austria in the commentary box with... Was it the commentator on Friday?
I think it's supposed to be me.
Ah, perfect. Perfect. So it is yourself, Morgan, and it is the Wailing Banshee, Braveheart himself, who will be the Kroon Gav on Friday. So join us for that one. That was, can we say that?
He keeps saying it, so...
Yeah, well, he does actually, yeah, so fair point. So he will be there on Friday. Join the 3 of them as we race one last time around the Red Bull Ring for this season. And then we'll be back on Monday in Silverstone, the home of Grand Prix. So don't miss it. See you on Friday, folks. Thanks very much for joining. Thank you again, Morgan.
And thanks to you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you on Friday. Good night.